is this working? Uh, how the hell do I actually share this with you guys to see if this is working? Oh, okay. Go to the go to this link and tell me if that's working. If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Can you like hear me and yourselves? I just have our audio being recorded.
Oh, yeah, no, I can hear you. Oh, you're talking to Sash, right?
Or you guys as well. I didn't know if it was okay. Cool. Okay. And you guys can see the show?
Yeah, yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, cool. You good, Love?
Yeah, I was just checking the link to make sure it was
Okay.
okay.
Sash can hear. Hell yeah. Yo, so we're gonna see dwarves this episode.
I'm down for that.
Hopefully we could, dude. I hope we could see that messenger or whatever happened to them. Dude, that didn't the map do something similar in the Peter Jackson movies?
Kind of, but not in the exact same way. Oh, this is cool. This is the East Gate, I assume.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it would have to be because the West Gate is a very simple
Yeah,
door.
I like that. So yeah, we're seeing more and more yet.
Oh, the mirrors.
See
Yeah.
the mirrors. I like it.
Dude, this is already so much better.
All right, yeah. No, I like this.
Yeah, this is way better.
This is
Like it.
way better than season one.
Yeah, this is I think that middle of the line interpretation of dwarf stuff that we were
Mm-hmm.
talking about last time. I think this is good. It's not like Hobbit Erebor, but it's a little bit more than the first season.
I mean, the first season had a bunch of paintings for the backdrops and panning shots, so. I'm a little concerned about the scale, though.
Which way?
Because in
Like too
season
small?
in season one they had these two like living near the east side. Because like Elrond walks into Moria, meets Tyrion at the entrance, and it's like a short walk later. They're at an elevator. Short walk through a hallway. They're at an elevator. Going down the elevator, they get that big panning shot with the painting as the background,
Yeah, I'm sure they'll maybe retcon
and they're like, and like that's
small
where
things like that
that's where
to
they
have
all
like
live.
a big. Yeah, no, they'll probably like make it feel a lot bigger. I mean, they already seem like they're trying to do that. So
Hmm. Well, they're just showing the opposite entrance now. They, they better show us some goats. Okay, it definitely looks
that's
bigger.
a really cool shot.
Not quite as much panicking from those people on the sides as you would expect with an
Yeah.
earthquake in a cavern.
Yeah.
Maybe this is.
Okay,
Uh,
that has to be a painting. I'm gonna find a painting as a backdrop before this season ends. Oh, the mirrors are gone.
they still have torches. Why is it so black?
No, no.
Yeah, they should still
Probably
have some kind of light.
We
they're probably
saw
gonna
the
use
torches.
as like a reason for the dwarves to need the rings. I would have liked for there not really to be a reason why they need it, but
Yeah, because for the dwarves, the only thing that happened when they got the rings was they just got really rich.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the point. Like,
like
it's
they didn't need
described that at the start of every major dwarf hoard of gold is a single golden ring, which would be rings of power.
And that was the power of the dwarven rings, was it not? To help them get rich?
Well, it's just the
To make
effect they
them
have.
greedier, basically.
I don't
Oh,
think that was
okay.
the intended effect. It's just what the effect.
Well, yeah, because the intended effect is Sauron wants to control everyone with the rings. That's why
Hmm.
he gave them to the dwarven kings in the first place.
Hmm.
But the dwarves were way too resilient for that because they were made by Owlite.
Hmm.
So instead, it just made them really greedy. Which is certainly why they woke up the Balrog, was because
Hmm.
during the sixth was like, we need more Mithril for more money because he still had one of the rings.
Isn't this supposed to be during the sixth? I don't
Now this would
remember.
be during the fourth, because during the sixth is, you know,
I know
like
that's supposed to be much later.
yeah,
Well,
like
see,
two thousand
that's
years
most of the
later.
thing is they might be redoing all of that because I mean, yeah, it's
But
understood
they
like
have
Well,
during the third and during the fourth,
yeah,
but
there's
then
two Dirins alive right here, which
yeah, but like the thing is if they're gonna do the Balrog, then this might be also during the fourth and during the sixth, like together. You know what I mean? Because during the sixth is the one with the Balrog, so they
Mhm.
might be like combining them two into one Durin.
Yeah, this is during the
So,
fourth, you're right. And his father's during the third. Wasn't that poem made later?
So that doesn't sound like the black speech that it is, right? I didn't.
It is. I heard some of it that's definitely correct. I think it's just the way he said it makes it sound a little bit weird.
I was like, I didn't hear the Oz Nas, but I guess it was in there. But yeah, the poem I don't think was made until a lot later.
Also,
Yeah, that's when he makes the One Ring. That's when that happens.
was that a vision or a dream she was remembering?
It could
Maybe
be
a bit of
either.
both,
Could be both.
Yeah, like a premonition vision. I don't know.
I thought only Elrond and got those. Like
Well,
Círdan.
Galadriel got those. Elrond had those. Círdan has those. A lot of elves have, like, I guess you could say, prophetic dreams.
Hmm.
You get that with some of the human characters too, like Faramir and Boromir in The Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, I just thought Elrond.
That's why Boromir goes to
Elrond.
the council, because, the council isn't called specifically for him to come there. He just goes up there because he wants information.
I thought he went because his father looked into a Palantir.
It's because Faramir had a prophetic dream, and he's like, there's something going on, I need to go find out. And then Boromir goes instead.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought Galadriel only like got those visions from her mirror, not just because she got them.
Well, maybe the mirror just helps her to get better vision of it.
Okay. Was that even called the Anduin
Yeah, it should be.
at this time?
I mean, it's an Elvish name, right? So probably would be. I don't know if it was named by Gondor, but
Well, the Anduin flows west of Mirkwood as well, so maybe it was them who named it, or Amroth.
Mm-hmm.
what? All right, that's bullshit.
What did she just say? I
She
missed
said
that.
he needs not armies but rings. Why? Like, why would she know that he needs rings? Like, the rings haven't been established to like
From
control. You know what I mean? Like,
she,
why would
I
they
think
assume that he needs
Well,
rings?
from that vision she just had, no, with the poem that shouldn't exist yet.
Yeah, with that
Okay.
vision, that's
Yes,
probably where
okay.
she's like, okay, the rings are kind of evil.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
They're trying to make. I feel like they're trying to make a reason that would make sense in this context for the creation of those other rings, because they made the rings backwards.
Wait, what did he say? Okay.
Yeah, it's like just because they made the Elvish rings first, like they kind of screwed up how they were supposed to be made. No? So it's like they're just,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're having to do this whole bit for it to make any kind of sense.
Are they watching three elves like train in on a forest pathway? Like that's not even a training ground.
It's just an interpretive dance group.
There we go.
What up, Sash?
Sash just said she'll learn proper pronunciation of places and names. So will I, Sash. Why not? That's not a power he has. What? Right?
I mean, he's certainly
I mean,
convincing, but I don't know about that extreme. But
kind of. Well,
I mean, he's the
go ahead
deceiver
and pause
because
for
he
a
can.
second,
Yeah,
because
he's the deceiver because he can shapeshift and he's very charismatic.
yeah, in the Lord of the Rings, the whole thing with Denethor is that Sauron is feeding him false visions in the Palantir.
Yeah.
That's effectively what he's talking about here.
hmm.
Yeah, but like that's through a Palantir. That's not like a power he innately has if he's physically in
Well,
front of a
it kind of
person, right?
would be a power he innately has. The reason why it's through the Palantir is because Sauron doesn't have his physical form at that point. But I'm sure if he did, he could just talk to Denethor and get him to do what he wants anyways.
Okay.
I mean,
But
he
but
still
would
managed to convince all the elves to trust him, you know. So it's
but would he be able to do that to Galadriel? I mean, I guess this version of Galadriel, sure.
yeah. I mean, that's where I think it's a little bit extreme, where it's just like, oh, you've already been afflicted once, like to be affected a second time is like, you know, I don't know that it's like a hard rule like that, but yeah, I definitely think that he's affected her, but I don't know. I don't know.
This is also this version of Galadriel who's just randomly hell bent on vengeance. So I guess her mind probably is a little weaker. I'm curious why Gil-galad seems so scared of rumors, though. Like, wouldn't he want to be able to confirm this?
Seems what?
Like, he's telling her this, like, he is said to be able to do this. Like, it's a rumor.
What about it?
Like, the power that Sauron has to, like, change their minds and stuff.
Well, he wouldn't have to think of it as a rumor at all if he was, because they already know that he was able to deceive Celebrimbor and all of them before. So
True.
he would naturally have suspicion that they could be deceived a second time.
But then why not send a different elf? Why not go himself?
That's why he's like, no, Galadriel, you shouldn't go.
But he's not sending anyone, right? Or did I miss that?
Well, he sent that one messenger, but like, we all know that's not gonna work out.
That messenger didn't arrive yet.
That messenger who looked like he was in way over his head, who looked like he was panicking when being handed the letter.
He probably got lost somewhere in
He
the
probably
Shire.
tripped into the river or something. I don't know.
He got lost in the old forest. Maybe he's with Goldberry, since Tom isn't there. Just
So he's been told to leave, and he's like, "No, I'm going to stay here."
At this
And
random
people are not
post.
like, yeah, and these elf guards are not like, "Get out of here!" Like, come on.
Yeah.
Specifically told by Celebrimbor to leave. They should be trying to usher him out of there.
Oh, is this when he throws himself into the forge?
Again, why can't they just throw him out? But okay.
Yeah, they're elves. Like, he's not going to reveal his power to refuse them. Wait, is that
Well,
that's a
that's
different messenger, though. That's just...
yeah, that looks like a different person, but yeah, whatever.
Who caught them? Oh, there's the
Oh, there's
messenger.
the guy. That's the one.
Where are they? Oh, is this the whole Barrow Down sequence?
I guess we'll see.
Maybe.
Good music now, damn.
Well, this looks like Rune, so...
Yeah.
Is that...
I mean, Bear McCreary makes
Yeah,
good
that's
music.
the eye. That's the eye. That's
It's a pretty flimsy looking flag.
Yeah. I was about to say the same.
It looks like it's going to snap any second now. Cool visuals. Though.
Yo, that's a cool carving.
I like that. That
Oh,
mask.
mask. Damn, that's an interesting mask. It's like an Aztec kind of thing.
What is that name?
Karas
Is that a
is,
place? I know what
no.
Karas
No,
means.
that's not an actual place.
Yeah.
Not like a canon place, but Karas means fortress, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And Ger means
Dread?
sea?
No, it means
Like
it means.
Belager?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just looked it up, and articles are saying it's supposed to mean dread. What?
Yeah. Well, it kind of looks like some shit the Jawas would make on Tatooine, but
This has a double meaning of dread fort or sea fort.
Okay.
it might
I
be
was-
on the Sea of Rune or something, or near it.
Well, they were saying Western Rune, so it's probably got to be close to the sea.
Well, no, that wouldn't be the Sea of Rune though, because I thought that was Western.
Yeah, it is Western.
Oh, my
See,
bad. I thought it
they're
was
saying
Eastern.
that Rune is specifically east of the Sea of Rune, even though
That's
in all other
false.
maps it surrounds the Sea of Rune.
Yeah. Well, is it? There's a second C in Rune, right? It starts with an H or something.
Maybe.
Not that I know of. Maybe it's like very far to the right, like in one of your like Awakenings of the Elves maps or something, and like Kuvianen.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's that. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. Sea of
Okay.
Sea of Helkar, which Kuvianen
Yeah,
is
that's
on
like way that's
is on it.
Well,
Yeah.
that wouldn't even exist anymore, would it?
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean,
but if
it's
it
to
did,
the
way
east, so it.
way to the
I would
east of
assume it
anything.
would.
In the Third Age for sure. That's like as far. That would be like. I don't know. That would just be way farther.
Mm-hmm. Dude, look at those statue carvings though, in the bottom left.
Yeah, looks like a hooded figure there on the very bottom left corner.
Like Black Knife assassins from Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, there's the Saruman guy. Looking guy.
Very big face. Are those moths?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
They put even more eyeliner on her.
What'd you say?
So they put even more eyeliner on her. She must be supercharged now.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, this actor. Oh fuck, who is he? He's in Game of Thrones, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's King Beyond the Wall, right? Mance Raider.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like I like
yeah,
him.
he
Yeah.
does look like.
Yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, he has that like his mouth position when he stops speaking. It's like very distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just like slaps his lips together.
Yep, that's him. Yeah, that's the same actor. Who are these people supposed to be?
A true baddie wouldn't have to use that as he would just do it.
Yeah.
Like what the hell kind of blackmail is that? Dude, I'm gonna kill your companions if you don't come with me. Like the fuck? Alright.
Who are they supposed to be? Like, that's some random dark wizard
Definitely
guy.
not anything based in lore. I'm not even sure that's
Or
Saruman, to be fair. I think it might be, but like they might be pulling that mystery box crap again to
uh,
make you think, because they still haven't confirmed as Gandalf, right? So it's like
mhm.
it's
Yeah,
probably is Saruman. It probably is, but
I mean,
it, it
I don't
he
know.
should
knows
be
what
Saruman
he
because he's one of the ones who went east.
Yeah.
did Gandalf come last, or did
No,
they all
I'm
come
pretty sure they
together?
all came together at basically the same time
Hmm.
Yeah.
because they
Yeah, they all
all appeared in Mythland, actually, which
Oh
is
yeah.
where Círdan gives Gandalf his ring.
Hmm. What gets me is like, I mean, I assume this guy is a sorcerer instead of a wizard. That's my assumption because I don't know why he would be a wizard. But he knows the word Istar. Like, would anybody know that word before they came to Middle Earth?
No, probably not.
I don't think so because I'm pretty sure the word was made for them specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Also,
These
if he was Saruman, wouldn't he know that Gandalf was coming, or if that might be they're just changing up the story? But
Well, I mean, they've already had them arrive,
yeah,
or had this guy arrive as a meteorite. So
Istar means wizard, right?
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it specifically refers to the Order of the Wizards
Hmm.
because no one else is ever referred to as a wizard except for those five guys.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what makes me think
It's
this
always
dude
like
isn't one of them
it's
either.
it's like other sorcerers or the Witch King. Like no one else is
Hmm.
referred to as a wizard.
Yeah, that's part why I think this dude is more like a sorcerer. Because I mean, when he said Istar, he referenced like it as like them. Because I feel like if he was gonna say like, what makes you think you could kill an Istar or whatnot, if my acolytes couldn't do it, like
It is kind of sounding like he's
it's
not one of them. I see what you
yeah.
mean. But again, that could be their mystery box
He
crap.
he could just be like playing everyone for fools because that's what Saruman does.
Hmm. Whatever it is,
I
this
mean, if this guy doesn't have any memories, then maybe Saruman didn't, and so then he's like trying to do his own thing and like, because he likes power, right? So
Mhm.
maybe
was
he's just trying
Sauron
to.
always like that?
Saruman or Sarum?
Saruman.
Well, I mean, Saruman. Maybe Laugh can answer that. I
Well,
don't think so.
when
Good.
Saruman originally made it to Middle Earth with the other wizards, he was immediately determined to be the head of the order. And when he found out that Círdan gave his ring to Gandalf, he was extremely upset.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
So I guess you could say he always did have a bit of a inkling. I guess.
I mean, he was the head of the order from the get-go.
Yeah.
It might have just been like ambition early on, but then it like turned.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean that's the same thing with Sauron because they were both Maiar of Aulë, right?
Mhm.
So they were probably both very like crafty and ambitious as a result, because they just naturally gravitated towards that.
Well, either way, this Sam and Frodo want to be whatever they are definitely way in over their heads. And I
I guess the
also,
power of friendship.
yeah.
I swear to God, if they do some shit where they're gonna like, but Poppy, I can carry you. Oh my God, dude.
You know what's going to happen? She's literally going to carry the other Hobbit at some point.
Yeah, that's such an awful ripoff if that happens. I don't. I don't. I don't
I'd be fine with it as long as she doesn't say something extremely cheesy before that.
Yeah.
I just. Yeah. I mean, I just don't want a word for word copy. I can't carry it, but I can carry you. I
The
don't think
thi-
they would do that. I don't think they'd rip
the-
off like
the-
that.
thing-
That would be way too blatant.
Yeah.
The thing I'm waiting for, honestly, with these these Harfoots or whatever, is what is the point of them? Because everything that happened with this Gandalf stranger, whatever, or I guess wizard, we can call him a wizard since that's been basically confirmed. That I feel like he did not need the Harfoots. He did not need Nori and Poppy to do whatever they did in season one.
Frankly, I don't think.
And
I don't think we needed him either. But yeah, like,
True.
none of them.
True, but like they clearly want to have this side storyline with the wizard. So
Yeah, he's clearly supposed to be important to the narrative. That's why they're dedicating so much time to him. And as for the reason for the hobbits here, it's literally just to have the map.
mm,
Because so far that's all that they've done.
mhm.
The map to what?
They're the ones
map
that have
to
the
just
map.
get out of where they are because they were lost.
Like like Frodo and Sam were after they split from the Fellowship.
No, I guarantee like there's what 4 more, including this season of it. And I bet you in like the last episodes of the 5th season, you're still gonna be asking that question. Why the fuck do we need these Harfoots again? Like,
Yeah, it's
There's
like
no
I
way
feel
that
like
they pay off in any way.
it's like I feel like I mean when season 1 was announced and we got that first trailer and we saw them, like immediately I'm just like, okay, because they're tagging the title Lord of the Rings onto this TV show, you gotta
That's
have
literally what they
you
said.
you have to have hobbits.
Yeah, that's literally what they said in the interview. They're just like, it doesn't feel like Lord of the Rings if there's no hobbits, right? So it's like,
Oh yeah, you're
that's
right. I
why.
forgot
So
that.
they're making the story include them. Like, you don't need them, of course, but it'll remain to be seen if their addition will be net positive. I have my doubts, but maybe they can make it work. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and that quote in general, it's not Lord of the Rings if there's no hobbits. You're right, but this show isn't Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be Lord of the Rings, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Oh, they're coming up with names for him.
Bruh, no shot they're gonna come up with Gandalf. Come on, bro.
Even though Gandalf is not a name that would fit with like the Hobbit naming conventions.
Yeah,
What did they
Gandalf from,
call
like,
him?
the Northmen?
Yeah, Gandalf is the
That's
name
what
that the
they call
Northmen
him.
and I guess by association the dwarves called him.
Hmm.
No, I thought the dwarves had a coastal name for him, or
Yeah, they had a
whatever they.
specific name for him, but I don't think that it's ever actually used. And then obviously in Gondor they call him Mithrandir.
Tharkun or something. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that.
Yeah, I think do you remember the when you bury Thorin, Fili, and Keely in the Lotro? I forget what it is. If it's epics or if it's the
Yes, it is
side
in
quest.
it is in Lotra. They do use it in Lotra.
Yeah, they go through the
Wait,
names
I
because that's when
think
he's thinking about Bugtadish or whatever, and so I think he
yeah,
goes through
there
the.
is a name for it.
I think yeah. What do did the hobbits call him Gandalf?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the Men of Bree. Um,
I thought the Men of Bree
let me
just
look
called him
for it.
like the Grey Pilgrim or something.
It's Tharkun. That's the
Yeah,
dwarf
okay. Yeah,
name
that's
for
what I
him.
thought it was. Oh no, Mithrandir means Grey Pilgrim. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Aragorn has many names too.
Yeah.
Thorngil, Strider, Aragorn.
Godric's a stupid name, anyways.
Yes, it is. Oh, here's an ad. Wait, did this movie come out like 5 years ago? Whatever.
Oh, that's not a new one?
Dead Reckoning Part 1?
I'm starting to think these missions are quite very possible.
Yeah,
There's been 10 of them.
they
Like, come on.
certainly seem like it.
Uh, there it is.
Oh. They're gonna come up. Yeah, okay.
I thought they were doing with the names.
Yeah, she
The
said Gand,
Gand.
so
Gand is their word for stick. That is so stupid.
Eh,
yeah. Oh, these guys. I like these guys.
yeah, I like
Whatever this order
Especially
is.
since they threatened to get rid of the hobbits.
Yeah, please do that. Please do that.
We're literally rooting for these fuckers.
I mean, look at them. They just abandoned Gandalf.
Yeah, absolute sociopaths, man. elven cloaks or something now?
There's no way he'd be able to
There's
see anything
no
with that mask
fucking
on
way.
anyways.
True. Those masks are so impractical.
You couldn't even see his eyes in there. There's no way he's seeing out of those.
Wait, look at where they were hiding. That looks like a perfect like hole in the wall to hide. Or am I wrong? And the dude
Yeah.
was and
Definitely very
the
conspicuous.
dude was staring right at it.
It should have been a little bit suspicious of that. Where the heck was Gandalf? He was just like hiding, just barely
Yeah.
concealed by a bush.
Yeah, true.
Dude, those are some dog shit trackers. They're like 5 feet in front of them. They couldn't even find him.
Mm-hmm.
And they only stick there for like 5 seconds looking around, and they're like, all right, clearly no sign of anything here. And then
Yeah.
they just leave.
Yeah, look at the ground. Like there would be tracks.
They should be able to very clearly see the spot where they had set up their camp and be like, okay, they have to be very close by.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're back to the dwarves.
Here's where all the other dwarf kings are going to come from.
Yo, where are the beards, man? It's only been extras that we've seen so far with beards.
Well, they've got like kind of
Mutton chops.
sideburn things going on. Those masks look pretty cool.
Oh, Narvi.
Who is that again?
I mean, if I assume that's the same Narvi, it's the one that drew the runes with Celebrimbor on
Oh,
the gate.
I forgot that name.
One of their best smiths. Myths.
Yeah, he's the one who made the doors of Durin.
Gotcha. Wait, did he say they had one light shaft that provided all the light?
Well, I don't remember. Just that they can't find a path.
Huh.
All I remember is saying.
Fair enough. Is this Khuzdul? I feel like they should be singing in Khuzdul.
It said that they were, with the subtitles.
Okay. I always thought it was described as having like a more guttural sound.
Yeah, really.
Oh, look at that. You made it worse.
Are the Stone Singers a real thing?
No.
Okay.
No. There's not that much canonically for the dwarves, just in general.
Okay, yeah. Like, I feel like something like it could exist, but I wasn't sure if there's anything written. Guys, Sash's comment in the group chat. Forgotten treasury flashbacks. Can't imagine they're gonna see any light with mining at that
I thought
speed.
Prince Doran is just like a minor.
I feel like the doors would never
They should be
bully
a little
someone
bit
named
more
Durin.
reverent towards him because he's like a reincarnation of Durin the Deathless.
Yeah, it's like he's
Yeah.
named Durin. That means something.
So they just in general they have this like blasé attitude towards their leaders. Like I guess that I get that Diza is
We're seeing this across all of them, like the
yeah
elves too. So it's just a problem with this show.
yeah yeah. And I wasn't saying about the dwarves and I was just saying about like Amazon's approach to the like it's way too much of a modern attitude
Mm-hmm.
towards like a medieval style of government. It's
Same with
like
the Numenorians. Like the fucking people would rather listen to
yeah, but it's just
Arendelle than any other fucking leader.
like this ain't a democracy and they're treating
Well,
it
to
like
be fair, for the Numenor part, like by that point, it is split. Like the people are very clearly split between the King's men and the elf friends.
True, but wasn't the queen an elf friend?
well, which one?
The one that's acting queen in this show. I guess she's a princess, technically.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, I guess she was.
I thought she was, but it's like no one's the elf, even the elf friend people, like they're not listening to her. It's
Are
like
they not?
yeah, in like season one, it felt like they were already acting like Arendelle was king. Which it's like I can understand that like
Wait, who's who?
I'm
Well,
pretty.
I guess prior to that, there were a lot of like
Right.
Kingsmen leaders.
Oh,
So when she takes
something wrong
control,
there.
maybe the people are suspicious of her.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to justify it within the context of the show, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
giving them way too much credit.
yeah, I was mispronouncing the wrong name. Elendil.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like the elf guy, like Arendir, and I was like, what? What does he have to
Yeah.
do?
No. 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 Yeah.
Right? Great, you're still gonna starve without food.
Yeah, you should be afraid of starvation.
Yeah, that's an order of priorities here. That's not at the top of it.
Wait, are they saying that the dwarves get their rings because the mountains started having earthquakes and these fake dwarf witches
That's
can't sing
yeah,
their way out of it anymore?
that's what I was saying earlier, which is like I feel like they're just manufacturing a reason why the dwarves need the rings, and it's like,
They're trying to
eh,
give a reason to quote unquote tempt the dwarves because they've already gotten the whole issue with the elf rings and like they know that Sauron helped making them.
Hmm.
So they're probably going to be suspicious of these other rings as well. So they got to have some kind of conflict to get them to agree to take them.
Wait, they don't know that Sauron made the three, do they?
Well, maybe not yet, but surely like some elf was going to be like, "Hey, you should be suspicious of these."
It'd be Elrond most likely.
I'm not even like that opposed to there needing to be a reason why they want the rings, because I mean, like, you know, just seven rings being given to the dwarves is kind of like, okay, well, uh, like why
Well,
exactly?
in
But
in the lore, it's because Celebrimbor and Durin are friends. So he gives one ring to Durin, and he gives the other rings to him to give to the other dwarven kings.
oh, I see. Okay.
It's a sign of friendship between Eregion and Khazad-dûm.
Oh, a sign of friendship. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Instead, for this show, they created a second Durin and made him friends with Elrond.
Well, that would be the Durin that is supposed to get the ring in the first place, I think.
Durin the
Yeah,
fourth?
I mean,
Okay.
I
kind of
can't
just.
remember if he's the one who gets the ring or if it's Durin the third.
Well, they're both here, so.
I think it's during the third.
I
Oh
thought
no,
it.
no,
I
no, no!
thought it
It's
was.
definitely no, it's definitely during the third, because in the actual timeline, during the fourth is the one during the last alliance. So during the third, this was 1,500 years ago when the rings are made, right?
Mhm.
So it's definitely during the third. In this show, though, who knows who it's gonna be? But
It's probably gonna be the third, and then he's gonna die at some point before the last alliance.
yeah,
Now, what do you guys make of Elrond's retirement plan?
yeah. I was like, what is he just
Working as a
like,
carpenter,
Yeah.
helping to build the ships.
like what the
I
hell?
mean,
He quit being the herald. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
he's gaining valuable carpentry experience so that he can build the last homely house.
Exactly.
It's very important.
No.
That is really something that they'd probably do, though. He just like has the idea to build Rivendell from something like this. Like, not everything has to connect, man.
It's just stupid enough they will do it.
Yeah, like you can make an independent show. Like, not
No,
every
they're
single thing
turning
has to
they're
explain all
turning
over.
Elrond into Jesus.
Oh my god.
Because like he'll lead the elves to a safe haven, right?
I mean, that's effectively what he did anyways.
Yeah, that
In
is what he does.
lore, that's what he does. He builds Rivendell as a safe, hidden valley for the elves to live in,
Yeah,
and then they go to Mithlond when they're done and they just want to leave.
yeah, and now they're just showing us that he literally built it with his own hands because he has the
Well,
skills.
we don't know that that's what they're going to do, but I have a suspicion that they're going to do something stupid like that.
Wait, he just said he's a politician.
You're not a politician, you're a herald.
Yeah, and you're building boats right now, so you're not even that. Wait, did the High King literally like tell you to do something and then you jumped off a cliff? And that was like,
Yes, yes,
and
he
then
did.
and then the next time you spoke, you were yelling at him to not do something, and then walked away when he did it. Like, why would the High King trust you right now? I mean, he definitely doesn't trust Galadriel, but like, why is her idea of like, okay, I won't go alone. I'll take this other guy you also don't trust. Like, what?
Oh, that's the reason why, is because Elrond knows about the Halbrand Sauron thing,
Hmm.
and that's why he wants him to go with her, even though he could send literally anyone else.
I
Like
mean,
like me, and become a
overarching
carpenter.
though, it's just plot reason to have them both back in Oregon. But yeah,
True.
they've done a little bit better job with Galadriel's lines actually.
Giving her emotion, period.
Yeah, just not making her insufferable. Like she's a little bit more just normal.
She isn't quite as insane.
She's
as-
still
Yeah.
crazy
She's still
though.
crazy, but not
What
as
the
crazy.
hell is this?
This is the love story between the two. Didn't you know?
I mean, she's definitely married to Celeborn at this point.
Yeah.
Theoretically, but where is he?
And
he's in a
Elrond then
he's in a
marries.
region.
Yeah, yeah, he should be in Oregon. And Elrond is supposed to marry Celebrian, who is their daughter, right?
Yep. Look, what you two have is definitely more than friends. Whatever the hell.
Which
it
is very almost kind of creepy because she is like 1,000, more than 1,000 years older than him.
She'd be the human equivalent of like his what thrice great aunt or something.
I mean, I guess Elrond just like it like that. He doesn't want the newer model; he wants the vintage.
Well, eventually he wants the newer model because it gets with Celebrian.
The
Maybe he had
literal
the
newer
vintage
model.
you know, and then he's like, "Damn, I gotta have me that newer model." But
Did he shave?
Kiradon just shaved.
What did
I feel like that's a crime.
What?
yeah, what the hell?
What in the world?
Actually, look pretty good with the beard. Not
He,
gonna
he
lie.
looked great with the beard. Why did they get rid of it?
He's actively shaving in
Wait,
this scene.
no shot. No shot. That's the actor. Is that Noel Dazel, like the bodybuilder? Sorry,
Who?
go to the, go to the X-ray. Oh, just wait for it to play.
Keep
Oh,
going.
that just looks like him, but no, it's not. Okay, we're
Yeah,
good.
yes. Why are they making him shave? He's the only elf. Dude, it'll take him another 10,000 years to grow back what he just got rid of.
Does his hair have more color in this episode?
I was thinking something like that. Yeah, it looks way more blonde.
Are they trying to make him like seem younger because of the ring?
That would probably be what's going on, yeah.
Yeah.
But why? Like, him being old is literally, like, one of the most defining characteristics about him. Sash is asking if elves have facial hair.
Well, just him, or at least just a
There was
Literally,
one
right?
other elf in like the first age who had a beard. I don't remember who it was, but they died in the first stage.
Was it
So
the
it
King of
appeared on-
Doriath? Because he was one of the
Maybe.
original ones, 160 something. And he lasted all the way right up to the end.
No, I don't think it
right?
was him. I think it was one of the ones who was born in the first age and died at the end of it.
Well, then that means that, like, there were more than just those two elves, but some of them did
Yeah, I mean,
shave them.
there's only just like a couple are just. Kieran's the main one's described as having a beard, but I'm sure there's. Like, there was one that, yeah, like Laugh said, that was described as having one as well, but. Usually they don't, but maybe there were a few more, like, that did.
What kind of power are they saying these rings have? What power did the elvish rings have again?
Basically, to stave off the fading of the elves and their realms.
Okay.
Because
They
once,
actually, like, reason-wise, they actually didn't. They're not super far off. Like, it does
Yeah.
preserve their realm and everything. But
yeah, because once Galadriel leaves, Lothlorien dies. Like all of the trees die.
Oh, okay.
yeah, wasn't the Malorn tree that Sam got like the only one in Middle Earth?
Yeah,
I thought it was
because
the only.
after
I thought it was the only
after-
one west of the mountains.
yeah,
maybe that's
after Galadriel leaves, then all the trees in Lothlorien start to die off. By the time that Aragorn dies, Arwen goes up to Lothlorien, I think, up to Lothlorien, and that's where she lays down to die, in the dead forest.
and that's sad.
I did not know that.
I mean, her husband had just died, so, like...
I thought she would
Well,
get
just like,
buried with him.
Dead forest, like dead trees.
I thought she had in the visions that she was buried with him.
I think that was
Or was
just
that
a,
that was
I
just
think
a
that was something
Jackson
else.
thing? Okay.
Yeah, there is definitely more color in his hair.
And he sounds way more corrupted than he should be. I mean, wasn't Kieran given the ring mostly like as a safekeeping thing? And then when Gandalf
Yeah,
showed
I
up,
think so.
and then when Gandalf showed up, he's like, "Yo, you can actually like use this."
Well, when Gandalf arrived, he had the foresight to know that Gandalf would be the most valuable of the Istari in comparison to Saruman.
Hmm. Yeah, it was like this Círdan just sounds like he's just all in on these rings. Let's go use them. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. And it's like you almost sound like Boromir to a degree.
Well, they already had that other scene in the last episode on the
Yeah.
boat.
It's like, where's his foresight? Like,
I guess they just aren't
did they
doing that.
just give it to Galadriel?
Well, they're not even really giving it to her. They just gave it to Elrond, really. Elrond's like the only one that
Well,
kind of.
she had that one vision dream thing
With the
with
poem.
Gil-galad.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, not Gil-galad, Celebrimbor.
Are you kidding me?
So now they're not even helping him. They're literally making his journey harder.
You would be far better off just leaving them alone.
Yeah.
Well, you can rest now.
Were they sleeping that whole time? Did they not realize what he was doing? That's not
Yeah,
where
you
his
just wasted
mouth.
it all.
That's not where his mouth is.
He just sprays it on his face, like on his beard.
Yeah.
Didn't even try to open his mouth.
I don't know. He's like
Well, he's
10
literally
times the
twice
size
your
of you.
size. Also, how suspicious is this?
This is
Just a
definitely.
well in the middle of literally nowhere.
This
no
is
other signs of
definitely
life.
Tom's.
They got a big ass well too.
Oh, did the eyes right there?
I flagged
A really stupid looking flag. Oh, did anyone else see the suspiciously staff looking stick that she threw on the ground?
A bell.
not even going to do anything to try to stop that.
Probably Pippin's ancestor.
No, they're Harfoots. They're not Tooks.
There's no water in their hands. You'd be better off just pouring the
Literally just
bucket
throw
of
it
water
on
on
his face.
Just pour the bucket of water on his head. Yo, did any of you guys also see that suspiciously staff-looking stick that she threw on the ground?
No, actually, I didn't. I think he does.
Yeah.
Finally,
so-
so dude, fuck him up.
It's like the
They-
flag
they
is
know.
just there.
They know that these people have been following them and trying to get them, and they didn't do anything to try to stop that bell.
Yeah. Also, why is this flag even there?
Why is this well even here?
True.
We
There's
were
probably
just having a drink of water.
there's probably a better place to have a well.
What kind of
Wait, did
awful aim was that? They missed him and they were standing
Wait.
still.
wait, did all 5 of them draw a sword? I thought they all drew a sword, but then there's 3 arrows.
Well, they might come from other directions. Maybe there's archers on the cliff or something.
They're coming from this direction. There's no cliff. Oh, there's an arrow. You see it right here?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I
But
guess they
there's
were
nothing
supposed to be.
behind them.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
Where's the archer? It can't, what?
Yeah,
He would have had to be shooting from this hill, I think.
I
That's
mean, either way,
so
if it came
far
from
away.
Horseman or there's some other archers like hidden, they missed a stationary target, so they're basically worthless.
I mean, if they shot from like a mile away. Oh, so what is that sound? Like,
Are they just
wait,
were
did
those arrows and not just like other weapons they're throwing?
Said arrows whistling, right? But oh, their little flail thing.
Oh,
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, they're throwing
oh,
something.
oh! I forget the name of this weapon.
It's like a spear sling. It's what used.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like what hunter-gatherers used to use to throw their spears.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally standing still. They're like 50 feet away from him, and they're missing.
Yo, it's a little bit of dust. Oh, that's a little more than a little bit of
A lot of
dust.
dust, actually. Now.
I feel like this show is taking the term like magic. Holy shit!
This is way too much dust now.
That's a bit much. Dial it back.
I think someone on the writing team just like asked the question, there's magic in this world, right? And just someone was like, yes. And so they're like, cool, and then came up with this.
No. Somebody said yes, but no, and went into a long diatribe about it, and they didn't hear any words.
And then they fired
After
that guy.
they said yes, they didn't hear anything else.
And then they fired that guy because it was a Tolkien scholar.
No. That Tolkien scholar quit because
Oh,
nobody would listen to him.
yeah. Dude, what is going on?
You know what? If it gets rid of the hobbits, I'm okay with this.
Dude, that is one sturdy flag. It's still on the well. Did you guys see that? The flag
Yeah.
is still there.
Rocks were fine, but the flag's still there.
Wait, how does it almost snap? How does it only almost snap when a guy riding a horse is carrying it? But it doesn't snap in this. Okay, they're dead. They have to be dead.
Thank God, dude. Also, he wasn't holding on to anything, so why did he stop moving? He was like holding his hand out without walking more towards him.
It was just a gesture. He wasn't actually serious about it.
Yeah.
He wanted them to think that he was concerned. Who is this elf chick? Like,
There's no one. Just
she
his,
does
like,
nothing.
Absolutely no one. She's like his personal assistant.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say side piece, but that's probably more accurate.
I mean, sometimes they're one and the same.
Wait, what is this?
He said Ithilden, which is the same stuff that's on the map from The Hobbit.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, technically, did he invent it alone, or did he invent it with Narvi? I
I
don't
thought
know.
Narvi invented
I
it.
think they both made it.
Yeah.
They definitely both made it if it was not Celebrimbor, but like I know it wasn't just Narvi, but
Also, the door already exists to Moria, right?
no, it was just a western door, but not.
Oh,
Well,
because
so
like,
remember in the first season when Elrond, they see Elrond coming up to the door, right? And you just see that like little slit open, right? Like that, I guess, is supposed to be the western gate. It was my
Yeah.
understanding that when they made the western gate, they just made those doors. But I guess they're just gonna like refurbish and like make new doors for
But-
the Ithilden.
but
so-
how? Because Celebrimbor's supposed to die, right?
Well, maybe they're introducing it soon so that they'll give it to the dwarves. I don't know. They're probably not gonna.
That could be just a thing that happens as another reason for Celebrimbor to go to the dwarves? Why are you still letting him stay there? You told him to leave.
Why are the guards letting him stay there?
He's just stood there
Standing.
staring
Those
for
guards have
like
been
12
staring at him.
hours.
And those guards have been staring at him.
That horse has like, it's got to stink there because that horse has been there for like 12 hours. It's definitely pooped in the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those clean, like way too pristine looking elven streets.
That horse also has to be starving, right?
Absolutely.
And very dehydrated.
It's a weird ass umbrella.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude, he's soaking
It
wet. It's
doesn't-
not,
it doesn't even
it's not
soak.
working. Oh my god.
Finally, dude.
You should have kicked him out the second he showed up.
Why did he have to come all the way down to say that? Like,
Who killed those messengers, though?
Probably Adar and his orcs.
Why are they in between Origion and Linden?
Ah, who knows?
They didn't even
Oh,
know they
actually, no.
existed.
It could still be the wraiths, or not the wraiths.
Oh, yeah.
The barrel whites.
Yeah.
We'll see. You still don't have any good reason to trust them again.
Wait, so the power of the elven rings to help preserve, that was made in part because it was already revealed that what Sauron had done, right? So the power was crafted into those rings so the elves could fight back, right?
I'm not
Well, I
sure.
don't think it was necessarily made to fight back so much as they just used the ring lore that Sauron had taught them to make the rings so that they could stave away the fading of the elves. Because that was the real purpose of the rings. And he
But it was
made those
already
without Sauron's influence.
but it was already with the knowledge that Sauron had deceived them, right?
No,
Not at that point.
not at that point. Not
Oh,
until
okay.
he had made the One Ring did they figure out that Anatar was Sauron.
Yeah, there's like
Okay,
that line
yes,
where
you're
it's
right.
like,
Yes.
and then
They were all deceived before
Yeah.
another ring was made. That's
Yes.
when they
Yes.
figured it out.
Also, second question then. Stave off the fading. Don't all the elves like want to go to Valinor?
Not
I mean,
all of
I know
them,
they love Middle Earth.
and not all of them right away. Like all the elves that were from Valinor originally definitely want to go back,
Mm-hmm.
but not all the elves that are left did come from Valinor
Mm-hmm.
originally.
Yeah, like the
So
elves of
they wouldn't
Mirkwood.
necessarily have a reason to want to go, at least not right away. So, like all the Sylvan elves in Mirkwood and Lothlorien,
Mm-hmm.
they probably wouldn't leave. They probably just stay until they faded away.
Okay.
Because by the time Galadriel leaves, I think all of the Noldor who are left
Yeah, she's like the
would have
last of
left
them.
before she did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just kind of asking that a little bit because it seems like to me in here in the show, all of these elves want like they don't want to go to Valinor. They see Valinor kind of like heaven or whatever, especially like the Noldor. Because you have to be is it they have to be given permission by Gilgalad to leave or something? Remember about that whole like initiation thing? Slash
I don't
forcing
remember
slash
specifically.
forcing Galadriel to go. Yeah,
I
probably
just
doesn't
know that
matter.
they would have to effectively prove themselves worthy of going back. At least, like in the books, that's why Galadriel has her moment
Yeah, yeah.
where she refuses the ring, and that's like the final. Okay, I've done my part. Can I leave now?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I don't remember where I was going with that line of thought and questioning. Whatever.
Something about how the show doesn't understand the
Yeah,
lore.
something like that. Seems like
Doesn't
every
figure
time
it
we
out.
question something.
Yeah, it's true about many things.
What did they do to? They didn't work that
Dude,
close.
shit. Just said, oh, it's an alloy. Let's make
Yeah.
it circular. Dude, we're best pals now. Right. I mean, like, Sauron and Celebrimbor kind of friendship is not... That actually would be kind of cool. But, I mean, they just don't have enough time to build it up.
Mm-hmm.
They just needed a lot more, like, screen time with them and stuff like that.
It would definitely help in establishing that, like establishing the rapport between them and the trust that comes with helping Celebrimbor would have been beneficial.
I don't think it helps that they wanted the whole Halbrand reveal, like hiding who Sauron is, even though everybody before season one came out knew who he was. Because Celebrimbor had that relationship with Anatar, not
Yeah.
Halbrand, and they're gonna have Halbrand come out as Anatar.
Are they?
So, yeah,
Well, we don't know that just yet. There could be some other little mystery thing they're going to try to do. Maybe Halbrand will pretend to get himself killed off somehow and then reappear as Anatar.
yeah, but Anatar's coming nonetheless, and he's gonna help
Yeah.
Celebrimbor.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the point is if they're already... Like, the whole point of Anatar was Celebrimbor. So, like, what is Anatar gonna do?
I feel like
Maybe Lord of the Pits, maybe he's
Halbrand. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I feel like Halbrand purely existed to try and have that whole like gotcha moment, like you thought Sauron
Oh, for
was
sure.
this person, but it's really this person. But that just did not work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
like,
was a silly thing they tried to do, which
That was
Exactly.
never gonna work.
I mean, maybe with the Anatar thing, like he'll be giving out the rings or something, like
Well,
Lord of
he is the
Gifts.
Lord of Gifts, so
That would
maybe
be
he will be the one that presents the
yeah.
rings to the dwarves and the men.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that, and there we go, that'll lead into the dwarves.
Oh, well, here we go. Hold up. I need to turn this back a little bit.
I'm Sauron.
Oh.
Well, that's very suspicious words from you, Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. Okay, I see what's going to happen.
Well, this is actually semi-lore accurate,
Yeah.
because that's what Anatar was, right? Like a
Hmm.
quote-unquote messenger or envoy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what he was pretending to
Portraying
be.
it, yeah.
I do like this argument though. It's kind of cheeky, being like, you need these rings to prevent you from falling, but
Hmm.
exactly why.
Yeah, he's playing on the whole Celebrimbor was trying to save the elves thing, and he's like, okay, you did that, but now you can save the dwarves and the men too.
Hmm. After our whole rant about how pointless Halbrand is and where the hell's Anatar coming from, here it is.
And that's probably the Valar being like, no, don't listen to him, you idiot.
Yeah, yeah, the thunder. Oh, he jumped into the forge.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Now he's going to pop out as Anatar.
Did he just knock that over
Yeah,
randomly?
come on.
Or did that just fall? It looks like it just fell.
I think. No,
Oh
he
no, that was his
definitely.
arm. That was on purpose. That wasn't accidental.
That had to be like, that was a very purposeful movement of the hand to knock that over.
That was very poor acting. Roll credits.
They said it.
They said the Lord of the Rings. I don't know how I feel about that though, because that was never what he was going to be called.
Should have changed the actor with him, but
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Watch Galadriel and Elrond show up and they have no clue who he is. Like they don't recognize him. Even though it's the same actor.
Why only 5?
Oh, and those 5 elves get caught in the Barrow Downs.
Yeah, and that's when they find out what happened to the other elves that were sent. That's got to be what happens.
Yeah, sit your bitch ass down.
Tap and listen to your son-in-law.
I don't know how he pulled that though. Props to him.
Okay, well that's the end of that episode. Is there another preview thing? No, there's not. What do you guys think?
Not a bad episode actually.
Yeah,
What?
it's better than the last one, I think.
Which by extension better than anything from the first season.
Yeah, I mean that's a given. I think that was actually a decent scene between Halbrand and Celebrimbor.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like when he turned into Anatar and like
It's
Yeah.
a good reveal and connection
Yeah.
to actually have a reason for him to want to make the other rings, since they already screwed up the other part.
I personally would have loved for like I mean but we're obviously way too late for this, but maybe in like the first season, like without the mystery box crap of like, oh, who is Sauron? Who is Sauron? I really like, and I think I've said this before, like I really wish none of them would have been Sauron, and it would have been uncovered that like Sauron was just there with Celebrimbor the entire time, and like, you know, just in his ear, because then that would avoid the whole like, oh, who is he? Like we don't want to make him someone that you're gonna know is Anatar. Like he could have just been there the entire time, and like you would have seen Celebrimbor like become corrupted and like make these rings. I don't know, but anyway.
That would have worked better if they had like one specific character that's just noticeable enough, who's in scenes with Celebrimbor, but doesn't say anything, but he's
Yeah.
always there.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the season, you reveal his name, and that's your reveal of who Sauron is.
Yeah, no, that would have been
like
That would've
that
been
like
10
that
times better.
like that elf chick that's been in these last 2 episodes.
even that. Yeah, even
Yeah.
that. Like if at the end of this season she turned out to be Anatar, you know what I mean? Like that would have been cool. But we're already obviously past that. But like course correcting, I think these 2 episodes have done a pretty decent job course correcting. Like we
Yeah.
seem to be in a decent place now where things are kind of happening as they should. Like obviously the Elven Rings
at
are
least
flip-flop,
with
but
with the rings, like Celebrimbor, Anatar.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I mean,
They still
one,
have
we've
plenty
seen
of
nothing about the
opportunities to
men.
screw it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Plenty.
so far we've seen nothing with the men. There's been 2 episodes with no new
Yeah,
Well, I think
dragons.
we're gonna get that.
Just looking
Probably not next episode, but the one after that, or maybe they'll have the start of that in the
I
next
mean,
episode.
the
'Cause
little preview here for episode 3 shows our Farazan. So.
yeah, whatever. I mean, like with the men in the East, I feel like
Oh yeah.
obviously you have to have somebody there who's gonna get a ring to be Kamul.
That's
Right.
probably who that sorcerer is. Because wasn't Kamul a sorcerer?
I don't think he's specifically mentioned to be a sorcerer, but
That's a decent point. Yeah.
all of them could be. Like all of the
Mhm.
kings and men could have been sorcerers, so like whatever. But that could be who he is instead of being Saruman.
Yeah.
If they're trying to do their mystery reveal crap.
Yeah, they fucking love that, man. I hate that. Just not good storytelling, and they just keep on.
I feel like it would be better if it was Kamul instead of like Saruman or something.
It would be if they somehow managed to tie it back into him, like making his way westward, or somebody with the rings, Anatar, heading eastward.
Yeah.
If they can find a way to make it natural within the story, I'd be fine with it.
I mean, this is something I feel
I
like
would be fine
season.
with him being Saruman as well. They just have to have a good reason for him being there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is a problem season 1 also had. That like I don't know how they're gonna tie in any of the Gandalf stuff to the main story. Because like you look at season 1, you had all the elves, the dwarves, the men, whatever. Like all of their stories tied together. It's a pretty bad story, but it tied together. You had all of that, and then just randomly off to the side, you had these Harfoots. And so far, at least from what I can tell and what we've seen from trailers and previews for upcoming episodes, that still seems to be the case.
Yeah,
like you
they're
have
just there because it's the Lord of the Rings. They gotta have hobbits, and
yeah,
they
it's
don't
like
serve any purpose so far.
I'm not sure there is a plan to ever really meaningfully tie it back in because obviously there's no lore backing for that. And when there's no lore backing for something, they're usually going to come up with some hot garbage for it.
yeah.
Like, however, it's
I was
gonna
like,
tie in,
if that's Kamul
Yeah.
though,
good.
if that guy is Kamul, then there is a tie. But like, I mean, like we already
Yes,
mentioned,
definitely,
the Harfoots, the Harfoots are stupid. Gandalf, I guess, isn't necessarily stupid and useless. It's just it doesn't really, at least it doesn't make sense why he's where he is, and especially doesn't make sense why Tom is there either.
We'll get some BS answer probably next episode, honestly.
Yeah. Also, with regards to this episode, personally, I feel like they could have almost cut like a couple of the scenes with Gil-galad and Galadriel. Because all of that's like in this episode, all of that stuff, like every time the 2 of them were on screen together, it was arguing about how many people to send or whether just to go to Region in the first place. And then there was one like,
you
and
could
then there
have
was
cut out that one scene of him talking to her about how she was corrupted previously. They could have cut that out completely.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't really serve a purpose.
I feel like for this episode, at least in general, outside of the whole Halbrand and Celebrimbor stuff, and then like that last scene with the dwarves, with Durin and Disa getting the invitation, I feel like the rest of the episode didn't need to, like it was almost pointless. Maybe the resurrection with that
It's
sorcerer
probably
guy
just a lot of
in Rune.
like setup for stuff that's going to happen next episode. Because I guess really they're trying to cast doubt on Galadriel from Gil-galad's perspective to
Mhm.
have that moments with Elrond being said, "Hey, you're going to lead the expedition instead," and then I'm sure that's going to tie into some stupid arguments between them. So it's like a lot of setup, but it's too much.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Same time tomorrow.
Yeah, it is pretty late. Yeah, I can 8 or 7.
Ideally 7, but it's probably gonna be 8:30 again.
Okay, I'll end this
Um,
stream for now.
I'll try to make it as early as possible so it doesn't go late. But I mean, today we 8:40. It only took 2 hours today, actually.